Welcome to all. Today we shall study the instrumentation used in the electron microscopy and its applications. The instrument used in electron microscopy is the electron microscope, which consists of an electron source, condenser lens, objective lens, projection lens, and photographic plate. The optical column of a typical electron microscope consists of the following parts. The first main part is the electron gun. Electron gun consists of a hot cathode and anode. The second part is the condenser lens. Condenser lens is used to control the illumination of the specimen by the beam, and it may be a single magnetic lens or electrostatic field. In order to provide more intense illumination of the specimen, double condenser or two lenses may also be used. The third part is the objective lens. Now the limiting aperture is inserted within this lens. Objective lens is the most critical of the several lenses used in electron microscopy because its image must withstand the entire ultimate enlargement. The next type of lens used is the projection lens. Now this is the lens which is replaced by eyepiece in a light microscope. Single objective and single projector lenses may also be used, although it is more desirable to use an additional lens placed between them. The image is rendered visible by means of a photographic screen. Photographic recording of the image is carried out by a direct impact of the electron beam upon photographic film. In addition, an electron microscope also includes the related electrical power supply, vacuum pumps, and controls. Now, before studying, preparation of sample is done in an appropriate manner. Now, there are three important requirements of a specimen to be suitable for observation in an electron microscope. These requirements are: the first and the foremost requirement is it should be thin enough to transmit an appreciable fraction of the incident electron beam. The specimen should be stable in an evacuated chamber. It should be stable upon electron bombardment. Now, when the specimen is ready, then such a specimen is mounted upon a thin film of carbon or of a plastic material called collodion. Now, there are certain disadvantages involved in electron microscopy. The first and the foremost disadvantage is that the intense electron beam acting for a considerable length of time destroys the specimen in most cases. Moreover, the beam can serve as a reducing agent, for example, changing a silver halide into metallic silver. Another disadvantage is that all specimens have to be in a high vacuum and consequently will have to undergo changes caused by the processes of drying and evacuation. The specimen becomes heated during the bombardment in its evacuated environment. Another disadvantage is that as the electron beam is unable to penetrate through metallic surface, study of metals is done by an indirect method called as the replica method. In replica method, a very thin film replica of the surface is made and analyzed with electron microscope. In spite of these limitations, the electron microscope, on account of its high resolving power and great depth of focus, is a highly potential tool. Applications of electron microscopy. There are several important applications of electron microscopy, the foremost of which is the determination of particle size and shape, which in turn facilitates their identification. For example, identification of asbestos fibers. Another advantage is in the study of structure of textile fibers, purification of lubricating oils, composition of paints and paper, surface of plastics, synthetic chemicals, and metals. Electron microscopy is also used indirectly in the quantitative analysis of nucleation and crystal growth. Electron microscopy finds its use in medicine, especially in pathology, where electron microscope is used in the study of viruses, since these are beyond the range of ordinary microscope. Thank you.